To be honest with you, this is for like a YouTube video that I'm doing.
Okay.
What happened there, Jonathan?
Play solo it.
There are many people that believe that if you can play music well in a live setting, then it should be easy for you to play in a studio setting. But I don't think that's true. So I'm gonna record a song using beginner level session musicians, then record the same song with pro level session musicians to see how each of them approach the song and how they sound in the end. I wanna give a huge thanks to Sweetwater Sound for sponsoring today's video. Right now I'm getting set up. I've got a few things that I'm using for my mobile recording setup. Honestly, I'm super excited about the interface I'm using today, which is the XVIVE More You System. Basically what the system is an audio interface that's expandable to more than, I think, like 4 or 5, or I can't remember how many that it expands to. If you have a big session with multiple people, you can have them all record at the same time into the same type of interface in their particular location. So y'all see me use the IK Multimedia iLoud Micro Monitor PROs before, these speakers right here. This is what I'm gonna be using as my monitor for this video, for at least the part that I'm recording, because these are honestly the best mobile monitors I've used before, me personally. You guys should definitely check them out if you haven't already. Bass response, the high end, oh my gosh, it is so great, and they're also super light. All right, so I got the system all set up and going, I think. Everybody's here. We got Joseph. He's gonna be kind of helping me out. Y'all have seen Joseph here on the channel. We've got Preston. He's over here on bass. We've got Jonathan Saravia on keys. We've got Gary Portillo. He's on drums. And we've got Kent Fox. He's on bass. And they all have their More You systems next to them. You can see over there. It's just a preface for everybody who's on here. They're not beginners. Like these are not beginner musicians. These are like beginner when it comes to studio musicians, okay? Because there's a difference. They all play in my church. They're all part of my music team. But there's a definite difference when it comes to playing for studio and recording that it is playing live. I actually want to also see how long it takes to do this as we go through this. So let's do it. We're gonna have to do something different for drums. So, well, can you hear me? Oh, can you hear me? Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you guys. There's a talkback option. Yes, you can do the same.
I'm just scared. Oh wow.
You can talk to each other.
All right.
So there is a talkback button here. So if I press this, they can hear me talking. There's a mic, I think, on here somewhere. And they all have access to be able to do it on theirs and talk to each other while we're on here, which is cool.
Are we creating parts like for the song?
Yes, from scratch.
From scratch. Okay.
From scratch. What usually happens in a session, sometimes you have a demo, you have some kind of like work tape or something like that, and sometimes you have a session where you're sitting in when the work tape is being done, the demo's being done, and you're part of the demo. So the way we're going to do it today is I'm going to basically play the different parts of the song, the different lines and everything. And I'm using an instrument that's not one that's already being recorded. Now, it's acoustic guitar, but it doesn't sound anything like Kent's electric. They're all really nervous because they've been asking me and texting me like, hey, so do you know if this is going to be a hard song or not? We'll see. We'll see. Oh, they're so nervous. Let's do it. Does that make sense? It's basic. I'm gonna play this a few times. Do y'all want to go section by section, or do y'all want to do just the whole thing?
I'm good with sections. A little bit. Sections.
Sections. So we'll do the first section, which is probably going to be the easiest section. And normally in a session, what you want to make sure you do is to try to find the best part for that section. So really, drums is a big part. You'll start to notice, like, whatever the drums are doing is going to determine what your part's going to be. I'm thinking indie rock, maybe, like or almost like a driving type feeling for this section. So just to give you a hint on what to do, that's something to do is to write a chart. To write a chart is normal in any session. Most times they will have a chart, especially in Nashville, like Nashville number system chart or whatever. And that's kind of what you want to have. So we know what all the sections are. We got a section 1, section 2, and section 3, and then the big ending lick. Okay. I'm going to give y'all like just like a basis part, just like a foundational chart, just to make it a little easier. So pretty much we got 5 sections, and I'm going to text this to you guys. So basically I have the first section, I just had the basic chords. Second section, I didn't put anything, I just put line, let them, you know, kind of fill it out and figure out the notes. And then section 3, I got the basic chords there. Section 4, basic chords there. And then the very last lick is another one of those hear and play ones. I think what we'll do is have like the first part time through it, make it kind of like an intro. I may add one section, so do an intro and do your little hi-hat thing you were doing, and then go into the groove. You know what I'm saying? All right, play me what you got. All right, play me what you got, Preston. Play me what you got, Kent. All right, so you're close. So I think you have some flat 5, 3, 2, 1, and then 3, 5. Gary, do you have a drum part for this? What do you have? Show me what you got. So let's make sure. So let's make sure we have that. I feel like where everybody's missing is that flat 5. Just go straight to it. Don't try to. When you do a slide in, it doesn't feel very confident. So you're like, and since this is a band line, what you could do, Gary, you could do something like where you're emphasizing what they're doing. So like it'd be like like more like a fill boom. All you're doing is doing the hits, and you're just adding a fill in between them. So just do the hits first, and I'll show you what I mean. 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that's what I was talking about. Just like that. Yeah. I think we got that pretty good spot. But usually what happens is that we do a whole take. So once we learn all the sections, we do all of it together. So let's see. This is the last part. I got down pretty good. How's that feel? That's probably the easiest part yet, huh? All right, so here's the last part, the last little section before it gets to the lick.
I was saying da 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 Right. That should be the note you go to. If somebody gets it before the other person, you can help each other out. You don't have to like try to figure it out on your own. So right now, Preston's probably the closest. So start. What's your first note, Preston?
E. So it's
Can you try with it? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Yep, Preston's got it. What scale? Do you know what scale it is you're playing?
it is a minor scale, correct? So F sharp minor scale.
Yep. Oh, you're almost there. Look at the end. There it is. There it is. Shred it.
I don't know if I can
Shred
get it.
it.
I don't know if I can get it off the speed, but well, I guess we'll have to. Won't we? Sounds like Guitar Center in here.
You ready for a full pass? All the sections together?
Let's do it.
You ready?
No.
No.
Oh yeah, the choices there.
So this is what makes a lot of musicians stand out from the others. Is like when you have a professional session, a lot of times you're playing it from top to bottom, not just doing sections. Now we could punch in sections, but most times you're just playing from top all the way through all the sections and to the end of the song. And then if you need to fix something after, then you can fix it after. And that's usually the way sessions go now. So I'm gonna let all of you guys just listen through all the sections again, be reminded, and then we're gonna start doing some passes.
You know what's crazy? Now that I think about it, if this isn't a pro session, they'd probably get it like in the first or second try.
Because it's really not that hard.
Joseph, how long do you think it would take you to do this one?
I don't know.
Honestly, I feel like Joseph probably would have got it in about 15 minutes.
Yeah, somewhere around there.
He's trying to be humble.
He is trying to be. It's okay. It's okay. We haven't even started recording yet. No,
Take one.
we're practicing. This is practice. All right, so we're gonna do our first pass.
I think he's scared to hear what it's gonna sound like.
No, I feel like after all the practice, I know what it's gonna sound like, but. I'm just kidding. These guys know I love them. What happened there, Jonathan? That bad. It's okay. How do you feel about that? Is that a keeper?
No.
We'll keep it.
I felt good with that one.
Yeah, you felt good?
With that one.
I don't think Jonathan's convinced.
I had some
He had some moments.
moments.
We gotta get perfect.
All right, take on take 5.
Dude, I'm telling you, it's gonna take them like, it's gonna take the pros like 2 times.
They didn't even have to try.
They're gonna hear it once and be like, okay, cool.
Actually, the way that works is they only have 35 minutes to do it.
And how long have we had? How long have we been recording it?
2 hours?
Yeah.
Yeah, about 2 hours. Bass and drums, we definitely have. So try that. That finger, you're playing the right notes. It's just if you do that finger, just make it a little faster. Right. All right. Take 8. Oh, you're so close.
Play solo it. Go ahead and flame me down in the comments.
No, don't. Give them some encouragement, guys. This is not simple for. This is definitely not simple for a beginner. Just a FYI, my guitarist Kent has only been playing electric guitar for about 9 months, so please give him some grace in the comments. Yeah.
No, not solo.
We just finished up. We kind of got Kent's little last part down. I'm not gonna lie, all my beginners out there, when y'all watch this is not a beginner part at all. And so don't be getting my boy in the comments, because this is not for beginners, and that's kind of the point of this video. But you got it close. You got really close. You got really close to it.
Tried.
So now what we're gonna do is I'm gonna send this track to 4 pro musicians from this website called Musiversal. This is going to be really interesting because some of these guys are Grammy nominated. Some of these are, really high level, musicians. So I'm really curious how this is going to turn out. So we're going to jump to my studio and see what these sessions are going to be like with the pros. Now, really quick before we get back to the video, if you guys have not subscribed to my channel, it would be awesome if you did. I think right now about 71% of you guys who watch my videos are not subscribed. And my goal is to get us to 50%. So if you guys like my channel, I'll make this promise to you. I'll continue to make my videos bigger and better. If you decide to subscribe, I promise you won't regret it. Now, let's get back to the video. All right, so now we're gonna hire the pro musicians to record on this song. I've used Fiverr in the past to, get musicians and, do this kind of whole thing with using professional Fiverr musicians and stuff like that. But to be honest with you, what I use all the time for actual professional session musicians is this website called Musiversal. And I'm actually really surprised I haven't talked about it on the channel. I've been using it for the past 1.5 years, and man, I use it all the time. Basically what this site is a all-in-one place for you to hire session musicians, mixing engineers, mastering engineers, producers, even people to help you with your cover art, all this kind of stuff when it comes to recording songs in one website. And all these guys are professionals. They have credits with big name artists. Some of them are Grammy nominated. And so they are really, really good at what they do. So it really is good. And just so you know, this is not an ad. Musiversal is not sponsoring this video. I do have an affiliate link with them, but this is not anything they asked me to do. This is just literally a company that I actually use all the time. So the way this site works is that it's a subscription service where you pay an amount, I think it's like $199 per month. Sounds like a lot, but this is the thing, this is the crazy thing. You can hire as many musicians and have as many sessions as you want. It's unlimited. It's crazy. All right, so let's say I wanted to hire a musician. All I gotta do is go in here and just type in, I could either type in, I wanna hire a bass player. Let's say I wanted to just do 5-string bass
player. Look, all these bass players come up right here. You just scroll through and you see all these people. You can look at their bio. This guy has played on The Voice. He has 30 years of experience. He's done over 2,890 recording sessions just on this site alone, which is crazy to think about. If I wanted to schedule him, I could book them a session right there, put in my info and just like all the things I need from it. This site has been a game changer for me. So this is where we're gonna get all of our professional musicians. So what I'm gonna do is schedule an electric player, a drummer, and a keys player. And I'm excited to see how these guys approach this session.
Tell me what do you want to do in this song?
So I'm just trying to make it like kind of like a pop-ish vibe. Did you already have some ideas from just listening?
Yeah, I was doing this. I'll show you.
Yeah, that sounds great. I guess the only thing was just on the very first section is kind of like I'd say kind of like I wanted to be a little bit lighter, kind of like kind of like more like cymbals, and then when it does that section again, that's when the groove would happen.
Oh, okay.
You can just kind of do like maybe some hi-hat, maybe a little cymbal action, and then do what you did right there. That feels great. That feels perfect. I'm trying to think, just at that very end where that last line is, the big, scale down that the guitar is playing. Could you do like, so it's like, just on the very, very end, do 1, 2, 3, 5, and then hit. So like, ba 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 ba. Da, 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 ba. Yeah, right, just right there at the very end. That's perfect. That's perfect.
Cool. Yeah, and I did two takes as well before. So you have basically the same. So you have like 3 different takes.
How long do you think it took you to do just one take?
It didn't take me, honestly. I did it at the very first. I can see the waveforms here, and I can see that, for example, this is gonna be like anticipated, right? This one is gonna be anticipated, and then I know that there's gonna be a silence here, so that helps a lot to understand the music, and
Gotcha.
and that's kind of how I managed to do this stuff quickly, but yeah, it's practice, man.
All right, so I had the drum session. Drums sound really good. It was a very quick session. I was working with this guy, and he's so good. I got on the call like 5 minutes late on this from the site Musiversal, and literally he already done 2 takes, and I was like literally only 5 minutes late. Now, I got the drums done, but because of the timing and kind of the demand of some of the bass players that they have, like a Musiversal, I wasn't able to book a bass player from the site
just because I needed this done by a certain time. So I'm going to just track the bass. And something you should know is like, I know I wrote this and everything, and it should be, oh, you know this, blah, blah, blah. It should be 2 seconds. Be honest with you, it's been over a week, and I've played a lot of other music since I did this session with them. So this is like brand new to me right now. It feels brand new. I can't even remember what key this is in. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how this goes. Ooh, that line, was it? I think that's what it is. I'm gonna try this and let's see what happens. Bass is done. It took me about 10 minutes or so. I'm really excited to see what the guitar and keys players do with this. So let's jump to those sessions right now.
Yo, Travis.
This song is it's just like a quick little short song. Have you had a chance to listen to it yet?
I did, yeah.
Honestly, just approach this like it's just kind of like a pop vibe, whatever you kind of feel, in that sense.
But in regarding the instrumentation, what like are you going for like a more organic feel, like with Rhodes, like piano, like or more like synthesizers?
Maybe piano. Maybe we start off with piano and maybe add some Rhodes is what I'm thinking.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that'd be cool.
Let's just try that and just see what it feels like. I kind of was kind of interested in just seeing what your interpretation would be of it.
Okay.
That sounded good.
Cool. Yeah, let's do some Rhodes. I'm hearing actually like some Wurlitzer. I think it would sound better.
I'm game for whatever your creative mind is in. Like I'm okay with that. Like whatever you're feeling. do you have, what is the piano sound? Do you have a lot of verb on that, or is it like kind of?
Yeah, there was like some reverb, but I can make it dry.
That's if you can make it dry, that'll make it. Yeah. So how long do you think it took you to do that?
Those 2 passes, 10 minutes, right? Like around
like 10 minutes.
I did had some minutes like to kind of like listen to the track, to kind of like, understand some of the phrases and kind of like learn the tune,
Mm-hmm. Gotcha. Yeah. No, you sounded great. You sounded really good. That was perfectly what I was looking for. So
thank you, Travis. Nice meeting you, man. And hope to see you soon again.
Yes, right? Sir. You have a good one.
Take care.
Hello, Travis. Do that. Should I do that? There's one little thing here.
Yeah, I think he's doing that on keys too. I think it's just going to the.
It's this note, right?
Mm-hmm. Perfect. That was it. That was good.
Get that.
Yeah. And when it's at the end, could you do like more of like a drive, like dun 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 dun?
I'm doing it.
Yeah.
I'm doing the rhythm a little different. Should I try to play exactly what you're playing?
No, it's fine. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull that acoustic out anyways.
Let's hear without the acoustic.
Yeah, that should be good.
Okay. So I'll send you everything. I'll export this and upload right away.
All right. Thank you so much.
You're welcome, man. I'm glad we were able to track stuff.
It is crazy how fast these sessions work. So what we're going to do is we're going to listen to the beginners first, see how they sounded, and then we're going to listen and contrast that with the professionals session and see how they sounded.
There's so many little things in this, especially when I was like editing to find the best pass. I was like, oh my goodness. Some of this, it was just a lot of little things. I was like, oh man, I'm really interested in what this pro one sounds like. So let's just go ahead and listen to the pros session to see what it sounds like. There's definitely a difference between these two. My musicians, you probably could hear the difference. You could hear the guitar tones are different. You could hear the bass tones different. The drum tones, my goodness, the drum tones are different. Even just like being able to have that second like piano layer or that Rhodes layer just really opened the whole sound up. Now, some of the differences that I noticed, one thing is the time to learn and create the material. For the beginners, it took us we had to practice it for a while before we even were able to do a take. Before we even got to our first take, I think it was about an hour, just trying to figure out what it is being played. And then we were able to start doing takes, yeah. But then with the pros, it took probably 5 minutes to learn what it was. Once they got the chords down, once they got the structure, a lot of them even just kind of wrote out their own little charts and just looked, oh, it's 3 times of this, 2 times of this. Cool. And they just started playing. And some of them just like memorized it and just played, right to it because they're just that good at recording. Now, if you're a beginner trying to be a professional recording musician, you have to be able to get good at learning songs fast and being able to record and get ideas down fast, because I'm telling you, it's huge when it comes to being in the studio. Now, another thing was their raw recording tones. The recording tones out of the beginners, I don't really even think anybody was really focused on their tones that much. They were more focused on their parts because they're very nervous to make sure they could get their parts right before they even thought about tones. Pros, the way they think is like, we want people to not have to touch our tone as really much at all. That's like the goal of every professional musician, is like, you want that tone to be so good, the mixing engineer barely has to touch it, which is a huge, help when it comes to just like getting things out fast and not having to spend a whole lot of time correcting things or nudging things and editing and all that kind of stuff. And so that's one massive thing I noticed, especially with these sessions. And something else I definitely noticed was timing. Pro players was a lot more on the grid and a lot more synced than the beginners. Some of their licks were a little all over, the map. Some of their syncopations weren't really locked in. That's just part of just hearing yourself back. And so you want to make sure that you're locking into it so it's easy for people to edit and kind of move things around to make it feel the best. Now, my final thoughts on this, I think this was a really cool experiment that I was really, I knew kind of how it was going to turn out just, working with beginners and pros before. Something that I've learned even just with this process is that with professional musicians and professional players, they're operating from a place of excess versus limitation. Now, I will say limitations breed creativity. Not having everything makes you more creative. You gotta, make it work.
But I will say, when it comes to having depth as a musician and being someone who can get in there, learn it fast, and be able to create in a small amount of time, it really, really helps you to be a better recording musician and recording and session musician when you're trying to get out here and create a career for yourself. And I know playing live can be similar to playing in the studio, but there's some things that you learn from recording that where it's just like, man, you hear things completely differently. And also when you play live, it's a lot more forgiving than when you just play in the studio, because you can hear every single note, every single fret buzz, every single timing that's off. But it helps you to become a better musician. So if any of you guys are interested in becoming a professional musician or want to be a better musician, record yourself, because I'm telling you, that's the reason why these session musicians out here are so good, because they hear themselves under a microscope all of the time. Now, if you guys like this video, please let me know in the comments below. I'm trying out some new things on the channel this year, so I would love to get some feedback on your thoughts. Now, if you guys want to support this channel, there's a couple of ways you can. You can go to my website, travisdykesmusic.com, where you can make a purchase to any of the products and resources that I have on my site to help support this channel. Now, the second way is you can go to my affiliate links in the description and click and make a purchase through any of those links, so this channel will get a kickback to bring you more videos. I want to give a huge thanks to every single person who helped me out with this video. I know we were in that recording session for hours, and I just want to give a huge shout out to everybody. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. Now, if you guys like my videos, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you're notified when the newest videos are uploaded. If you like this style video, you would definitely like this series right here.